Mike Pence is trending on Twitter because he won't go out to dinner with any woman but his wife. What? When you put it that simply, it does sound a bit ridiculous. But the thing is, like most political firestorms, both sides do have merit. So let's delve real quick into the mess that is Twitter and figure out what's actually going on. The trouble starts with a simple Washington Post article written about Mike Pence and his wife, Karen, and their marriage. It's not a terribly biased article, but it was definitely trying to paint Pence and his wife in a good light, just telling the story of how they met, and it wasn't really trying to spread any other agenda other than just kind of promoting the fact that they're humans. It was sort of just trying to humanize them and their marriage in a way. And there was one line in the middle of all that got everyone out of sorts. In 2002, Mike Pence told The Hill that he never eats alone with a woman other than his wife, and that he won't attend events featuring alcohol without her by his side, either. That is the only fact that people can agree on at the moment. A quote from 2002. So why all the strong opinions? Alright, a necessary disclaimer when we're talking about politics. When I say any political party and their views, know that I'm not speaking for everyone. Not all liberals hate Pence, nor do all conservatives think he's the greatest thing since Reagan. I'm just going off of what it seems like the majority of people on both sides are thinking right now. So let's start with the left. The left has a lot of issues with Pence's policies. A lot. Pence's decision to put these boundaries on himself and his marriage seemed to the Liberal Party unnecessary, extreme, and controlling. It just seems a little silly to have a rule like, I won't have a business meeting over lunch with Linda because I might cheat on my wife! Extremists are shouting things like, will you let your wife talk to the person in line at Subway? And accusing supporters of having unhealthy, controlling relationships. If you can't trust your spouse to have dinner with someone else, they say, your marriage has other problems. On the right side, things are just as extreme, though. Conservative blogger Matt Walsh says, if you laugh at Pence for respecting his marriage, it's probably because you've never been in a healthy one. The right-wing view is that healthy marriages need to have these kind of boundaries to avoid getting into situations where temptation could happen, and that if you're going out with other people alone, that's just a recipe for disaster. Why would you even want to set yourself up for temptation like that? Even the healthiest foundations can develop cracks, they say. Now, as we can see, both sides make good points. The left side is saying, this is way too extreme, you don't need to do that. Your marriage has other problems if you can't trust your wife or your husband to go out with someone for dinner. But the right side is saying, why would you even want to set yourself up for that temptation in the first place? Because you're always going to think that it's the other guy that cheats, not you. So just be careful. And here's the bottom line. As usual, the issue has nothing to do with what Pence has personally decided to do in his own marriage, and it has everything to do with the wonder that is polarization. Those in favor of Pence are trying to impose their views, and those who are against Pence are trying to impose their views. It's a political standoff with some religious undertones. People are either making it entirely about Pence and his policies, or entirely about their own views of marriage and relationships. In the end, on this particular issue, Pence's stance actually doesn't affect anyone personally. He's not being controlling, nor is he implying that anyone should control their spouse. The bloggers are kind of implying all those things for him. These are personal boundaries that he's set, and nowhere does the article talk about his wife having these things also imposed on her. Boundaries are something personal. We shouldn't attack people for their own personal boundaries unless they are enforcing their boundaries on someone else, or they're violating someone else's personal boundaries. Neither of which are happening in this story, thank goodness. Sadly, that's sort of what is happening right now on Twitter and other social media websites. People are, as usual, making sweeping generalizations, accusing each other of practicing Sharia law or leaving their marriage in shambles. Just bashing each other's political parties and bashing each other personally. It's like that gif of the guy walking into the room with pizza and everything's on fire. Yikes. So the next time you hear about Pence online or your grandma wants to bring it up at the next family dinner, keep in mind that it's not actually an issue about Pence this time. It's really just a question of whether or not you agree with the personal boundaries that he's set. Or maybe you're just really salty about politics and try to make everything a politician does personal. Whatever floats your boat. Just remember that a YouTube comment debate never changed anyone's mind. And don't let your opinions make it personal. Stay classy and be kind on the internet, folks.